Welcome back, dear viewers. You're still watching the Breakfast Show on Now TV International. In this segment of the show, as we said earlier, we're going to be talking about the COP29 summit that is taking place in Baku, Azerbaijan. And to shed more light on this summit, we're delighted to have with us over the phone Ms. Amira Sayed, journalist. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Good morning to you. So, talking about the COP29 and the importance of this summit, can you please tell us more about it? How crucial it is?
Yeah, so definitely when it comes to the topic of climate change, we all realize that it is a global challenge. So it is not related to a certain continent or a certain nation. So this requires a holistic approach to provide swift resolutions to this challenge. So here comes the role of COP20, of the climate of part, the summit of parties, or the COP, which is being held on an annual basis. This year it is held in Azerbaijan in Baku. So actually it brings together like the world leaders, the policymakers, the scientists, activists, and actually as I mentioned that we need a holistic approach to address the issue of climate change. So we need to bring all the key stakeholders. So we can consider like the COP conference as a platform to review the global climate goals and also how to mitigate the impact of climate change, and actually how to review the previous pledges by the developed countries towards those who are vulnerable to the impact of climate change. And actually, this edition, when it comes to COP29, many heads of states attended, environmental ministers, the scientists, and also the civil community. They played a major role in this topic, and definitely the head of the UN Secretary General, and also the renowned activists in this topic. In Egypt, we have seen Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli, who attended the summit and actually delivered the speech on behalf of the Egyptian president and highlight Egypt's efforts to address this climate change, and also he urged like the international community to abide by their previous pledges.
Yes. Ms. Amira, what were the most important topics discussed during the COP29, and to what extent we can actually see concrete results or action on the ground after the COP29?
Definitely, when it comes to the annual conference of COP, we usually focus on reviewing the national commitments under the Paris Agreement, which is the umbrella under which all nations are designing their strategies to tackle climate change, and also the mitigation and adaptation also related to the climate change. They are also given the top priority on the agenda. How to attract the required finance to adopt those strategies. So the green finance, the investment in sustainable technologies are also among the key topics. The loss and damage, which is, I think this is one of the milestones that were achieved by COP27 that was held in Egypt, to have a fund for the loss and damage. So here also in COP29 they are discussing loss and damage related to the climate impact, and also how to enhance the international cooperation on carbon markets and emission reduction targets. Regarding the second part of your question, which is very important, the evaluation of those steps toward eco-friendly resources and where we are when it comes to climate action. Actually, though there is we can say that there is a progress now in terms of climate action, but actually it remains insufficient. If we are reviewing the international goals related to climate change, we are still lagging behind the desired goals. For example, if we are speaking about renewable energy like wind, solar, or hydroelectric power, they are expanding. But actually, the developing countries, they need more finance to totally switch to the green transition. Also, the efforts to reduce the reliance on fossil fuels, we remain more efforts and offer also practical alternatives for the nation. Yep.
Yes, talking about the eco-friendly projects, we have seen yesterday the launch of the Egyptian Nasser automotive company that is actually proposed the idea of making eco-friendly buses. So how do you think is this an important move in supporting the agenda of the COP29 summit?
Definitely, Egypt is making strides when it comes to climate action. We have the initiative of green cities. We have, as you mentioned now, in the field of transportation, how to have like green transportation. Even in the field of renewable energy, we have the largest solar power station in the Middle East and Africa, which is Zinban Solar Power. Also, Egypt has its own climate change national strategy, and there is like coordination between all the ministries to achieve this strategy. And we have seen tangible steps on the real ground. So actually, Egypt, as I mentioned, is taking leading steps when it comes to climate action, and it's very important to highlight the success of the Egyptian process in international platforms like COP29. If we are speaking about the green hydrogen, all now the world is speaking about the future of green hydrogen. Egypt has finalized many important agreements and collaboration protocols with several international partners in terms in the field of green hydrogen. So we have seen that Egypt is taking the lead in this field, and not only it's focusing on Egypt. Actually, Egypt also is trying to help the African countries by delivering the success of its experience to other African countries.
Yes. Ms. Amira, from your point of view, how does the political circumstances globally affecting the future of the climate change?
See, now, when you are seeking climate action, there should be a political will to divide by the political related to climate action. So definitely the political circumstances significantly influence like the global climate action, the political stability, international relations, the policy priorities. They can either advance or hinder the climate initiative. So it's very important to receive the required support from the global leaders, and there should be adequate collaboration among the nations to achieve that meaningful progress. So, for example, let's start thinking now about the results of the U.S. elections. Now all the eyes are open to the new U.S. president's policy towards climate action. Now, how the U.S. will be abiding by Paris Agreement? Will its policy towards the climate change will change or not under the umbrella of the policy of the new president? So definitely, politics in general is part and parcel of the climate action. We are speaking about enhancing the climate investment, so we have to focus on the policies of the country, how they provide incentives for the private sector and public sector to switch to the green transition. So definitely, mobilization, action, participation, and transfer, they go in tandem with politics, internal policies of the country.
In this regard, they have been stressing on the importance of the green hydrogen, as you said, and in this time of crisis, where floods are happening, hurricanes, and typhoons as well. How do you think, what's your comment on that in regards of the crucial timing of this summit?
Yeah, that green hydrogen plays like a major role, especially in light of the growing global challenges. So now we are like giving priority to the topic of the future of green hydrogen and how it holds like a significant potential, a clean energy source. The green hydrogen is used in diverse, it can in transportation, power generation, and in industry as well. And this will help like reduce carbon emissions and also achieve the climate goals under the umbrella of Paris Agreement. Now all the international partners, they are discussing the investment opportunities in green hydrogen technology in the structure comes to increasing the use of green hydrogen. So it is expected to that hydrogen is going to play a vital role in transition to a low carbon economy. Egypt in particular is taking like many steps to promote the green hydrogen. Many international collaborations has been signed recently to promote the future of hydrogen. Yes.
Indeed, Ms. Amira Sayed, our journalist, thank you so much for your precious input. It was a pleasure having you with us.
Dear viewers, by this we come to the end of our breakfast show, but do stay tuned for another edition of the breakfast show coming to you tomorrow. Thank you for watching. Thank you, Anna.